Ang programa ng Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Female voice, male voice, lolly voice, monster voice.
Ayan na, 8 minutos, pasado na po alas 7 ang time check natin. Okay, katapusan pa rin ng Oktubre 2024. Okay, gabi po ng Huwebes. Ngayon, no? Thursday, no? Huwebes. Ayan. So, Friday naman bukas, mga suki, no? Weekend naman bukas. Okay, magandang gabi sa inyo. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Sa mga mga minority dito po sa Western Mindanao, lalo na po sa Basulta. At kasama na rin ng Central Mindanao, no? Kasi marami rin nakikinig dyan sa Central Mindanao. Okay. Ang nakikita ko ngayon ay mag-intro muna tayo, no? Okay. Malakas feedback ang nakikita ko ngayon, bangkay. Unang balita natin dito sa consolidated news natin. Okay, sa mga mahigit na isang dekada po programa ng halo-halo special opinion balita at iba pa sa kanyang tahanan po sa ADLSN TV News Online, no? And then kalakip ay serbisyo publiko, tinig ng mamamayan at sa kaugnayan sa mamamayan. And then pag-aruga sa mamamayan. Okay, sa post po ni Congressman Kimer Adan Olaso ito, no? Magtsabakano ako ngayon. Okay. Sabi ni Kimer Adan Olaso, hasta cuando kita supri aguanta na mga klase de este suceso na diato na syudad. Pirmi lang ansina mata aki mata alya. Patay dito, patay doon. Mata aki, mata alya. Ayan po mga suki, no? Aki, vosotros manda mira. Okay, malakas man gaha na presidente na gobyerno. Okay, arriba, no? Taman challenge yo con ustedes que descansa ya el ansina krimen y mga tiroteo territory, no? Tiroteo aquí na Zamboanga City, que ver ya Pescalang, ya anda na Lancia. Okay, ko sa man na se desperta y a ustedes, okay, ustedes na se corre el ciudad hoy gising. Hoy gising, no? Naalala ko programa ng ABS-CBN, hoy gising. Ayan. Ni Ted Filon mga suki at saka sino ba? Ted Filon at saka yung hoy gising ba? At saka itong Noli de Castro, no? Aquí kamo sale el mga tros ase kalayat si cosa ta akaba pasan na deaton ciudad ase kamo este grande saludayo con niño todo pero si hindi que de decir mga pagaw kamo i-challenge yo ase este kalayat mira yo si kaya kamo miedo lang kamo na nada inyo amo, no? So bangkay ito, no? Okay, bangkay, oh. Okay. Bakit ito pinatay? Ayan po mga suki, no? Update, no hay pa siempre identificación el víctima de puñalada. Okay, dito lang sa Artilim, no? Puñalada na Artilim Boulevard, Enantes Madrugada, según na mga testigo na lugar, tiene según tres mga jovencito, iatraka kun el víctima, and then sinaksak mga suki, no? Ayan. Inundayan po ng saksak. Okay. Okay. So, ganun talaga. Okay. Wala akong masabi mga suki, no? Basta criminal talaga mga suki, no? Criminal talaga. Ayan mga suki. Okay. Basta patayan yan po mga suki, no?
Female voice, male voice, lolly voice, monster voice.
Ayan. So, sino kaya gumawa yan? Okay, mga jovencito raw. Jovencito, ibig sabihin, mga bata pa. Jovencito.
Ang Buhol-Buhol Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Masama po mga suki, no? Ayan. Ayan. Masama po ang nangyari dito sa atin, no? Ayan. So, yan. Okay, kahit mahabang balita ako, magbalitang hangin muna ako, no? Sandali lang. Hanapin ko. Okay, balitang hangin na ako, no? Unahin ko muna ito. Okay. Ang laki ng agwat, no? 54% kay Kamala Harris, 46% lang kay Donald Trump, no? Harris voting hit. Malaki talaga ang agwatan nito, no? Okay. Sige. Tingnan natin itong balitang hangin. Kaninang po alas 5 pinalabas nila, no? Sige. Okay, antayin natin, no?
Ang programa ng Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Naabot sa 255 kilometers per hour. Kumikilos sa direksyong northwest sa bilis na 25 kilometers per hour. Although papalayo na nga itong si Leon sa extreme northern Luzon, asahan pa rin natin yung rains with gusty winds sa may Batanes, pati na rin sa may Babuyan Islands. Para naman sa Metro Manila at sa nalalaming bahagi ng Luzon, asahan pa nga rin natin yung maulap na papawirin at mga kalat-kalat na pagulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog, dulot naman sa trough netong si Leon. Samantalang sa Visayas at Mindanao, bahagyang maulap hanggang sa maulap na papawirin at mga tsansa ng mga localized thunderstorms sa ating aasahan. Yung mga kasamahan natin sa Regional Services Division patuloy na maglalabas ng mga rainfall advisory, thunderstorm advisory o hindi kaya heavy rainfall warning kung kinakailangan. Ito naman yung inaasahan nating track ni Leon. So pagkatapos nga niyang tawirin itong landmass ng Taiwan, posible na itong kumilos sa direksyong northeast at ang second landfall over mainland China, hindi pa nga rin natin nirurule out. Posible na nga rin lumabas ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility itong si Leon ngayong gabi o kaya bukas early morning. Meron pa rin tayo nakataas na signal number 2 sa northern portion ng Batanes. So, tropical cyclone wind signal number 2, so lakas ng hangin ang binemeasure nito. Signal number 1 naman sa nalalaming bahagi ng Batanes, sa may Babuyan Islands, sa may northern portion ng mainland Cagayan at northern portion ng Ilocos Norte. So napapansin na nga natin yung bahagyang pagbawas sa mga signal natin habang papalayo itong si Leon sa ating bansa. Meron pa rin naman tayong heavy, mga nilabas na weather advisory kung saan heavy to intense, 100 to 200 millimeters sa pagulan, inaasahan sa may Batanes area, samantalang moderate to heavy, 50 to 100 millimeters sa may Babuyan Island, Ilocos Region, Zambales, Bataan, Occidental Mindoro, pati na rin sa may Calamian Islands. Kaya ingat pa nga rin, lalo na sa mga inuulan ng mga nakaraang araw pa sa mga banta ng pagbaha o pagguho ng lupa. So sinasabi nga natin dito, generally, sa mga elevated, highly elevated areas o kaya sa mountainous areas, posibleng mas mataas yung magiging forecast ng mga pag-ulan. At under these conditions, flooding and rain-induced landslide are expected, lalo na sa mga flood-prone areas at landslide-prone na mga areas. Asahan naman din natin yung mga bugso ng mga malalakas na hangin sa mga walang signal. Ngayong araw, malaking bahagi ng Cordillera Administrative Region sa may Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, Aurora, Bataan, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol Region, Northern Samar at malaking bahagi ng Western Visayas. By Friday, mga bugso ng mga malalakas na hangin posible sa may Batanes, Babuyan Islands, Northeastern Mainland Cagayan at sa may Eastern Isabela. Meron naman tayong nilabas na gale warning as of 5 p.m. today kung saan asahan natin dito sa may Batanes, Babuyan Islands, Northern Coast ng Ilocos Norte, Western Coast, ng Ilocos Norte, sa may mainland Cagayan at Ilocos Sur. Kaya kung maaari, huwag muna tayong pumalaot sa areas na yan dahil magiging maalon hanggang sa napakaalon ng karagatan. Huwag magpapahuli nga sa update ng Pag-asa. I-follow at i-like ang aming X at Facebook account, DOST_Pag-asa. Mag-subscribe din sa aming YouTube channel, DOST-Pag-asa Weather Report. At para sa mas detalyadong impormasyon, bisitahin na aming website, pag-asa.dost.gov.ph. At yan naman muna ang latest kay Bagyong Leon. Ako po si Veronica Torres, nagulat.
Okay, Veronica Torres, salamat sa balitang hangin. Ayan. Okay, parang may ano no? Sige lang.
Ang programa ng Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang tinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Okay, latest po ng poll trending, Kamala Harris 54. Okay, and then si Donald Trump 46, no? And napakinggan natin ito mga suki, no? Okay, huwag kayo alis. Unahin po natin ang election sa Amerika kasi malapit na malapit, no? Bukas, 1, 2, 3, 5. 4, 5. 5 days na lang, no? Okay, unahin natin muna. Sa atin dito sa Pilipinas, mahaba-haba pa ang ginugugol natin ng time. Pero sa Amerika, okay, pinaka-crucial na. Okay, sige. Pakinggan natin ito. Okay, no?
Female voice, male voice, lolly voice, monster voice.
As the 2024 election heats up, shocking early results reveal a fierce battle between Trump and Harris. Who will prevail? The 2024 presidential election is shaping up to be one of the most significant political events in recent history, particularly as it features a rematch between former President Donald Trump and current Vice President Kamala Harris. With the election set for November 5th, 2024, the stakes are incredibly high. Harris, who has been endorsed by President Joe Biden, aims to secure her position as the first female president of the United States, while Trump seeks to reclaim the presidency after losing in 2020. The election landscape is marked by a deeply polarized electorate, ongoing debates over critical issues like the economy, healthcare, and social justice, and a rapidly changing demographic landscape. As both candidates ramp up their campaigns, they are focusing on
Kayo
swing
alisin
states
muna
that
ko ng
could
tubig,
determine
no?
the outcome. Voter turnout will be crucial, especially among young voters and minority groups who have historically leaned Democratic but may be swayed by specific issues or campaign strategies. The election will also be influenced by factors such as early voting trends and voter registration efforts. As we approach Election Day, the dynamics of this race will continue to evolve, making it essential for both candidates to adapt their strategies to resonate with voters across the nation. As of now, polling data indicates a competitive race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Nationally, Harris holds a slight lead over Trump, with some polls showing her ahead by approximately 4 percentage points. This margin suggests that while she is favored in many areas, Trump's support remains robust, particularly in traditionally Republican strongholds. The polling landscape is complicated by variations in state-level support. For example, Harris has shown strength in states like Michigan and Wisconsin, while Trump maintains leads in states such as Florida and Texas. Importantly, polling averages can fluctuate significantly as new data emerges. At times, Siena poll highlighted that while Harris is leading nationally, Trump has gained traction in battleground states like Arizona and Georgia. The tight margins underscore the importance of focusing on voter demographics and issues that resonate with specific groups. As both candidates prepare for upcoming debates and rallies, their ability to connect with undecided voters will be pivotal in shaping the final outcome of this contentious election. The 2024 presidential election will heavily depend on several key swing states that hold significant electoral votes. These states include Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, Arizona, Wisconsin, Nevada, and North Carolina, collectively representing over 90 electoral votes. For Kamala Harris, winning these states is crucial. She needs to secure at least 44 electoral votes from these battlegrounds to reach the necessary 270 for victory. Historically, these swing states have fluctuated between Democratic and Republican candidates. For instance, Pennsylvania played a pivotal role in Biden's victory in 2020 and remains critical for Harris's campaign. Similarly, Georgia's demographic shifts have made it increasingly competitive. High black voter turnout was instrumental in Biden's narrow win their last election cycle. Each candidate's strategy will involve targeted campaigning in these states to sway undecided voters and mobilize their base effectively. Understanding the unique political landscapes of these swing states is essential for both campaigns. Issues such as the economy, healthcare access, and social justice are likely to dominate discussions as candidates tailor their messages to resonate with local voters. As Election Day approaches, these battlegrounds will be closely monitored for any shifts in voter sentiment. Hold on. Like and subscribe to Global News Network for the latest headlines. Let's continue. Recent polling trends indicate notable shifts in voter preferences as we approach the 2024 election. Since Kamala Harris entered the race following President Biden's endorsement, her polling numbers saw an initial boost but have stabilized since early September. This stability reflects a competitive atmosphere where both candidates are vying for attention amid a backdrop of national issues that resonate with voters. Polls show that Harris has maintained a lead in critical battleground states like Michigan and Pennsylvania, but faces challenges in others like Arizona and North Carolina, where Trump has recently gained ground. The volatility of public opinion underscores how quickly dynamics can change. Even small shifts can significantly impact overall electoral outcomes due to the nature of the electoral college system. Moreover, national polls often do not capture localized sentiments effectively. Therefore, both campaigns must continuously adapt their strategies based on real-time feedback from voters across different demographics. As early voting begins to ramp up across various states, understanding these trends will be crucial for both candidates to maximize their outreach efforts and ensure high voter turnout. As we enter the final stretch of the campaign, leading up to the 2024 presidential election, both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are intensifying their efforts to connect with voters through targeted strategies. For Harris, her campaign emphasizes themes of unity and progressivism while addressing key issues such as healthcare reform and economic recovery post-pandemic. She aims to galvanize support from young voters and marginalized communities by highlighting her administration's achievements and future plans. Conversely, Trump's campaign focuses on reinforcing his base while attempting to sway undecided voters through populist messaging centered around economic growth and national security. His strategy includes frequent rallies in swing states where he can directly engage with supporters and address local concerns. Both candidates are utilizing digital platforms extensively to reach younger demographics who consume information primarily online. In addition to traditional campaigning methods, both candidates are leveraging data analytics to refine their outreach efforts based on voter preferences identified through polling data. This data-driven approach allows them to tailor messages that resonate more deeply with specific groups within key demographics. As Election Day approaches, effective execution of these strategies will be vital for securing victory in an increasingly competitive electoral landscape. Voter engagement is a crucial element in any successful campaign, particularly for Kamala Harris, as she seeks to mobilize her base ahead of the 2024 presidential election. Effective voter mobilization strategies are essential for increasing turnout and ensuring that supporters are not just registered, but actively participating in the electoral process. One primary method involves grassroots organizing, which focuses on building local networks of volunteers who can connect with potential voters on a personal level. This approach fosters a sense of community and belonging among supporters, which is vital for motivating them to vote. Harris's campaign emphasizes outreach to historically underrepresented groups, including young voters and communities of color. Utilizing social media platforms, such as Instagram and TikTok, allows her to engage with younger demographics effectively. Campaigns often employ direct voter contact methods, such as door-to-door canvassing and phone banking, which have proven to be highly effective in driving voter turnout. Research indicates that personal interactions significantly increase the likelihood of individuals casting their ballots. Moreover, Harris's campaign is focusing on educational initiatives that inform voters about key issues, such as healthcare, climate change, and economic justice. By providing clear information and addressing concerns pertinent to voters' lives, her campaign aims to empower citizens to exercise their right to vote. Ultimately, the success of Harris's mobilization efforts will depend on her ability to create an inclusive environment that encourages participation from all segments of the population. Early voting has become an increasingly significant factor in determining election outcomes in the United States, especially for Kamala Harris, as she prepares for the 2024 presidential election. The ability for voters to cast their ballots before Election Day allows for greater flexibility and accessibility, which can lead to higher overall turnout rates. In states where early voting is available, campaigns can gauge voter sentiment well in advance and adjust their strategies accordingly. Harris's campaign is particularly focused on maximizing early voting opportunities to engage supporters who may face challenges on Election Day, such as work commitments or family obligations. By encouraging early voting, her campaign aims to capture a broader demographic of voters, especially younger individuals and those from marginalized communities who may be less likely to vote if they have to navigate long lines or logistical issues on Election Day. Research suggests that early voting can influence election dynamics by allowing campaigns to identify enthusiastic supporters who can then be mobilized further through targeted outreach efforts. Additionally, early voting often leads to a more accurate reflection of public sentiment, since it reduces the impact of last-minute events or controversies that could sway undecided voters at the last moment. Ultimately, the strategic emphasis on early voting could prove pivotal for Harris's campaign as she seeks to build momentum leading up to November 2024. By promoting early participation and ensuring that voters have the resources they need to cast their ballots ahead of time, her campaign aims to secure a strong showing at the polls. The upcoming debates between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are expected to be pivotal moments in the 2024 presidential election campaign. These debates provide candidates with a platform to articulate their visions while also addressing pressing national issues. For Harris, key moments will likely focus on her administration's achievements under President Biden, particularly in areas like healthcare reform, climate change, and economic recovery post-pandemic. One anticipated highlight will be Harris's approach to contrasting her policies with Trump's previous administration. She may emphasize how her plans aim to uplift working families while addressing systemic inequalities, issues that resonate deeply with many voters. Additionally, her ability to effectively counter Trump's rhetoric will be crucial. She must remain composed while challenging his claims on topics like immigration and economic management. Another critical aspect will be how both candidates handle questions regarding their leadership styles and visions for America's future. Harris's emphasis on unity and progressivism could serve as a counterpoint to Trump's more divisive tactics. The effectiveness of her arguments will depend not only on content, but also on delivery. Her ability to connect emotionally with viewers can significantly influence public perception. Debate performances often shift polling numbers dramatically. Thus, these exchanges will be closely watched by both campaigns. As such, Harris must leverage these opportunities not only to solidify her base, but also to sway undecided voters who are crucial for her electoral success. Public perception of polls plays a significant role in shaping electoral outcomes in the lead-up to the 2024 presidential election. For Kamala Harris's campaign, understanding how voters interpret polling data is essential for strategizing effectively. After the 2020 election cycle saw significant discrepancies between polling predictions and actual results, many voters have grown skeptical about poll accuracy. This skepticism can influence voter behavior. If individuals believe that their preferred candidate is trailing significantly in polls, they might feel discouraged from voting. Harris's campaign must work diligently to counteract this skepticism by emphasizing positive polling trends where she leads or is competitive against Trump. Highlighting favorable poll results can boost morale among supporters and encourage voter turnout by reinforcing the belief that their participation matters. Moreover, transparency about polling methodologies can help build trust among constituents. By educating voters about how polls are conducted and what factors influence results, Harris's team can mitigate some concerns surrounding accuracy. Engaging with local communities through town halls or social media platforms allows direct interaction where voters can voice concerns about polling data. Ultimately, public perception of polls not only affects individual motivation, but also shapes broader narratives within the media landscape. As such, Harris's campaign must navigate these dynamics carefully while fostering an environment where supporters feel empowered and informed about their electoral choices. The stakes in the 2024 presidential election are exceptionally high, with significant implications for America's future direction under Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. For Harris, a successful campaign could solidify progressive policies aimed at addressing critical issues such as climate change, healthcare access, and economic inequality. Her administration would have the opportunity to build upon existing frameworks established during Biden's presidency, while implementing new initiatives designed to foster social justice and economic recovery. Conversely, a Trump victory could signal a shift back toward policies prioritizing deregulation and tax cuts favoring corporations over working-class Americans. Such a shift could exacerbate existing inequalities and undermine progress made in areas like healthcare reform, issues that resonate deeply with many voters. Moreover, this election will serve as a referendum on democratic values amid rising polarization within American society. Voter engagement efforts led by Harris aim not only at winning votes, but also at restoring faith in democratic processes after years of contentious politics. The outcome will influence not just domestic policy, but also America's standing on the global stage regarding climate agreements and human rights advocacy. The implications of this election extend far beyond individual policies. They encompass fundamental questions about America's identity and values moving forward. As both candidates prepare for November 2024, understanding what is at stake will be crucial for engaging voters effectively across diverse demographics. Thanks for watching. As we continue to track the unfolding drama of the 2024 presidential election, don't forget to like, subscribe to Global News Network, and hit the notification bell for the latest updates. Share your thoughts on the early results in the comments below. Who do you think will come out on top, Trump or Harris? Stay tuned for more insights and analysis as we get closer to Election Day.
It's a shame so many people struggle with the most common teeth and gum problems, when this simple 30-second bedtime warm water ritual helped me reclaim stronger, healthy teeth faster than I thought possible. As a dental hygienist, I'm always interested in the latest dental health techniques for my patients. Recently at a family dinner, my father, George, a dentist for over 30...
Okay, tama na. Anong sunod na balita natin?
Ang programang Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
sandali lang. Ito muna, no?
Female voice, male voice, lolly voice, monster voice.
Okay, meron lang opinion po ni Madam Malutikia. Okay, ang political strategist galing sa UP. Okay, tungkol po sa nakaraan na quad com hearing po sa Senado, no? So, basahin ko na lang. Okay, hindi na talaga magandang boses ko, no? Okay, and the public heralded his Senate President. Itong si Tatay Digong, no? Yun ang tinutukoy niya, no? Senate President, a collective relief from the doldrums of nothingness. A collective cheer for a man who showed to all what a president should and must do. Okay. Yun po sinabi ni Malutikia, no? Dr. Malutikia. Peppered with cases, he's known for he stood for what he believed in, echoing against his need to do things for the country and the Filipinos. Yun po pagka-describe po ni Dr. Malutikia, no? Truly there is a difference between dealing with criminals and victims. Okay. Indeed, the president takes a different view dealing with life and death. Okay, pensions, that was what a senator missed for their narrative or written from 2016, okay, election, and still being peddled in 2024, no? 2016 at saka 2024. Okay, that he was taking full credit for all successes and failures was what leadership is. He has been transparent until today. He is accountable for the war on illegal drugs. Okay, inakuha niya lahat po masukin, no? Yun po ang ibig sabihin ni Malutikia. After 2 years and 4 months, he was given, okay, the stage again, and his presence and testimony showed to all what we have been missing, or the kind of leadership needed to get things done. Okay, lucky to be alive to see a leader taking all the bullets and still loving this nation, mga suki, no? Yon po pagka-describe po ni, okay, Dr. Malutikia po, political strategist ng UP, okay, kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, no? Ito naman, pagka-describe po kay Coco Pimentel naman sa pag-preside niya sa Quadcom hearing na public hearing ano. Galing din kay Dr. Malu Tikia. So basahin natin din, he was fair. Okay, settled matter directly and handled the first hearing quite well. Yun si Coco Pimentel naman ang describe ni Malu Tikia, no? Okay, he called a breaks. He called a breaks. Breaking news. When needed, but very much show legal issues per se. He called laying the predicates and insisted that let the statements be made and see where the law is. Where the law is. Okay, para mga abogado, no? Where the law is. From the concerned to rules, to evidence, and the theory. Okay, theory, some believe that the concept are always embedded in a broader theory. So that their essential features may not be observable at all, but instead are depend hindi depend, no, are defined, malabo na kasi ang mata ko, no, are defined as part of the background theory of concept. Fact-finding was the objective reason, not fault-finding. Fault, F-A-U-L-T, fault-finding. Okay. He also accorded PRRD, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, some leeway as a former president of the country, knowing fully well Rodrigo Roa Duterte as a mayor, as a fiscal, as a president. Ayan po, no? In those moments, I saw a glimpse of Tatay Digong in him, maybe early to call, but I give it to Senator Coco Pimentel for the fairness and legal equity. Anong legal equity? Okay, hindi ko maintindihan equity. Hanapin ko muna sa dictionary mamaya, no? Legal equity. A-K-U-I-T-Y. Equity. So, problema ko naman sa vocabulary, mga suki, no? Vocabulary. Hanapin ko naman sa dictionary. Ayan po ang observation po ni Dr. Malu Tikia, no? Okay, sa kanyang comment. Okay, sa kanyang page, Malu Tikia, mga suki, no? Hanapin nyo kung gusto nyo. Okay, basahin din ang mga komentaryo. Okay, ni Dr. Malu Tikia, no? Sige po.
Ang programa ng Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Okay, palakpakan natin po si Malu Tikia, no? Ayan.
female voice, male voice, lolly voice, monster voice.
Okay, sandali lang, Malu. Okay, pahinga muna ako sandali, no? Inuubo kasi ako, no? Ayan. Okay, sabi po ni Attorney JB Hinlo, okay, patungkol po kay former Secretary Leila de Lima, no? Sabi niya kung may ebidensya si dating Secretary Leila de Lima, edi i-file niya ang kaso. Okay, kung wala siyang ebidensya, she should know better and keep her mouth shut. Okay, because you cannot just accuse anybody of being guilty without passing through the judicial process. Attorney JB Hinlo. Okay, may comment mga suki, no? Okay. So, anong oras na? May oras pa ba ako? Okay, sandali lang.
Ang programang Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Okay, may post dito, no? Okay, tandaan natin lahat mga suki, no? Sabi niya, when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty, no? Okay, karapatan natin na pagbatas na hindi patas na sa pag-implement ng batas. Okay, may karapatan tayo ay mga resistant, mga critic, okay, becomes duty na po para magpuna, no? Pag hindi na tama ginagawa po ng mga pinuno natin, namuno sa atin, abuse ng kanilang kapangyarihan, abuse of authority, okay, may karapatan tayo mag-resist. Okay, maging duty na po ang resistance mga suki, no? Ulitin ko, when injustice become law, resistance becomes duty. O sa mga aktivista po katulad ko mga suki, no? Pag hindi nakarapat-dapat ang pinairal na batas, okay, pwede tayo maging resistance, okay, at saka ay pwede na maging duty natin po, obligasyon natin, okay, ay oppose mga suki, no? So yun po ang ibig sabihin. Pag hindi napatas ang hindi na batas batas ang batas na. Ayan. Sige po. Paalala lang, no?
Ang programang Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Okay, paalala po yung mga magpunta sa, marami ko nakita kanina. Okay, magpunta po sa mga libingan, yung mga kapatid natin po sa kabila, no? Yung ibang paniwala, no? Okay, mga Katoliko, Kristiyano. Okay, ingat lang. Okay, dahan-dahan po ang pag-inom, no? Okay, dahan-dahan lang. O yan. At saka huwag magdala ng mga bladed weapon. Okay, dyan po sa inyong paano makaano ng pagtabas na ng ang mga, kung walang bladed weapon, no? Paano makatabas po ng mga damo. Okay, so yun na lang. Dapat dahan-dahan po pag-inom, no? Okay. Sige po mga suki, no? Okay. So dami po pumapasok po mga opinion, pero hindi na kaya, no? Okay, hindi na kaya natin babasahin lahat mga suki, no? Okay. Sige po mga suki. Okay. Saan patukoy itong komentaryo mga kababayan? O alanganin ko basahin mga suki, no? Okay, sandali lang. Anong oras na, no? Anong oras na po? Okay, overtime naman. Okay, overtime na. Okay, alas 8. Okay, ng gabi na po ang news natin, no? Sandali lang.
Ang programang Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Okay, namatayan pala itong si Ramon Tulfo, no? Yung veterano po na columnist. Okay, sabi po niya rito sa post niya, my grandson Ramon Enrique Tulfo was cremated today. Okay, kinikremate, no? He is now in the realm of knowledge, wisdom, and complete bliss. Okay, to those who condole with us in our hour of grief, a million thanks. Okay, Ramon Tulfo sumulat ito, no? Okay, you wouldn't know how much you have you have eased pala. You have eased the great pain of our loss. Ibig sabihin na walang anak niya, mga suki, no? The great pain of our loss to those who anong ogol? Hindi ko maintindihan, Ramon Tulfo, no? To those who ogle and find joy over other people's misfortunes, as can we glean, okay, from my Facebook account, well, you can be sure that you will be experience, okay, the same pain someday. Okay, natural po ay pag namatayan ka, okay, masakit po, mga suki, no? So, tanggapin mo part ng buhay, okay, Ramon Tulfo, mga Tulfo brothers, no? Ayan. So, sige po, anong oras na? Meron pa ba natira? Naku, konti na lang, mga suki, no? Okay, sandali lang.
Ang programa ng Special Opinion Balita at iba pa ay tumatalakay sa mga isyu pang kasalukuyan at napapanahon. Mapapolitika, mapaopinyon, mapakomentaryo at balita, ang programa ito ay patas sa lahat. Walang kinikilingan, walang kinakampihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Ano yan? Pusa. Okay, basahin na lang natin last balita na ito kasi wala nang oras. Ay gaya galing po sa opisina po ni Office of MP Matarul MST, no? Okay, look, the Office of MP Matarul MST, no? Okay, troop to Indanan, Sulu. Okay, to meet approximately 30 Hafiz